Hello everyone, welcome to C'est Joël. I'm Carol. So the weather here is so good. It's the monsoon season, so it's raining most of the time and the air is all rich in oxygen and it's just wow. Alright, I'm going to share with you 10 steps that every beginner should know in Premiere Pro. So yeah, let's get to it. Number 1. Know its use. So Premiere Pro is a video editing software. It is used by filmmakers, videographers, and media agencies to create ads, movies or short films, travel videos, real estate, wedding videos, and so on. Having learned architecture and landscape architecture, I would say that it is also used by designers to bring in their exports from Revit, 3ds Max, or Lumion that helps you explain your project or design to your client in a very dynamic way. Number 2, know how to start and import. So you launch Premiere Pro and then you go to new projects. Name your project and then choose your destination folder here. And then we're in. So to import clips, I just drag and drop the files in this window here. I have imported video footage that was shot at 3 different frame rates. I'll tell you why. And then I've got a music track in here too. You can see the details of the imported clips in here, like the duration of the video and its resolution, such as HD or 4K. You know, in this case, it's full HD. Number 3, know how to create a sequence. So to create a sequence, I just go and select one of the clips here. Right click and select new sequence from clip. So what happens is it creates a sequence that has the characteristics of the clip that you've selected. So if it is a full HD clip, it creates a sequence that matches that. That's an easy way to do it. You can always change the settings by going to the sequence tab, choose sequence settings, and then you can change the frame rate, the frame size, and so on. Anything you want in here. So now that we have our sequence, we can bring in the clips that we imported and edit it. Number 5, know the basics of editing. So here in this example, if I want to extend this clip, I can just go to the end of the clip and this bracket kind of thing appears and you can just click and drag and it just extends it for you. That's one. And another thing is if you want to add more tracks or more layers, you can just drag the clip down to the end and it just adds another layer for you. Know the shortcuts for select and cut, which is V and C. So if you want to cut this clip, you can just hit C to cut it and then hit V again to select and delete. So these tracks or layers are stacked one on top of each other, and the first thing you see is the topmost layer. So if this clip here is not visible, it means that there's another clip on top of it. Unless it's transparent and it has text on it, or it has another effect on it, or is a color theme of the video. Number 6, know how to add preset video effects. So I go to the effects window, I hit video effects. I'm going to show you just one effect, just as an example for you. So I hit color correction, I pick leaf color, and I drag and drop it in the clip where I want that effect. So you go up to the effects controls window up here, and then you scroll down and you find the options to that effect. And so here it's asking you to pick the color that you want to leave. So I pick a color that I want to leave. And then you go to amount to decolor. And then you can just play around with it. And then it leaves only that color and it decolorizes every other color. There are a lot of effects. Explore it a little bit and play around with it. You'll get the hang of it. Such as you can change the brightness and contrast, you can change the color, or if you want to transform it, crop it, you can do that too. Number 4, know how to change the speed. This would be a good thing to talk about since we're on the same page. So to slow it down, I just go and right click and I choose speed and duration, and I just type in the percentage I want. And if you want to reverse it, you can do that too. And if you want to maintain the audio pitch, because when you slow it down, the audio is going to slow down too. So if you want to maintain that, you can maintain that. And I usually choose optical flow, which is a lot more fluid than the frame sampling thing, which just copies frames in between. This is a lot better. So there you go. So hit OK, and it slows it down for you. So if it is above 100, it speeds it up, and if it's below 100, it slows it down. So like I said before, I have 3 clips with 3 different frame rates. This is because I wanted to show you how to change the speed. So the first one here is 60 frames per second, which means you can slow the clip down up to 50%. And the second one is 29 frames per second, which is almost 30 frames per second. You can slow that down up to 80%, after which it gets a little choppy. And the last one here is 23.97, which is 24 frames per second. This usually can't be slowed down, but if you want to slow down, it gets choppy again. So 23 frames per second means the camera is capturing 23 frames in 1 second. So the higher the frame rate, you can slow it down more, and because you have a lot of frames, and it's a lot more smoother when you slow it down. You know what I mean? Number 7, know how to add preset video transitions. So a transition is something that allows one video to flow into another seamlessly. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get to it. So you go to the effects window, and under video transitions, you just pick the transition you want and you drag and drop it there in between these 2 clips. So I usually go for the dissolve options because the rest are, you know, like page peel, and I very rarely go to that because it can get a little cheesy. Anyway, but if your theme calls for it, then go for it. Number 8, know how to add audio transitions. So this one's pretty straightforward. You just go to the effects window, and under audio transitions, you pick the transition you want. So if you want your audio to fade out in the end, just pick exponential fade and drag and drop it there. Or if you want your audio to transition from one to another, then I would go to constant gain or constant power and drop it in between them. Number 9, know how to add text to your videos. So to add a text, you just hit T. It's very simple. And then the pointer changes to a cursor, and then you make this box here, and then you can type anything in there. And if you want to change the look of the text, you just go to Essential Graphics window. If you can't find it in here, just go up to the Windows tab and check it, and it appears here. So you can change the font size, font color, the opacity, its placement, and so on. And the final one, the easy one, number 10, know how to export your videos. So to export this very short video that we've made, you just have to click the sequence window and then go up to File, Export, Media, and then I usually go for H.264. Check Export Video, Export Audio, and then scroll down here. Check the width and height. If you want it in full HD, then it's 1920 by 1080. And then check the frame rate. I usually export it in 30 frames per second, but 23.97 frames per second would do just fine. I mean, everybody does that, but. So you scroll down, check render at maximum depth, check maximum render quality, and then you can save this preset too. You just go up here and save the preset. And so you don't have to set the same settings every time, you just have to pick the preset. And then you go down here and select the part of the video that you want to export by just clicking and dragging it. Then hit export. All done. Alright, that's about it. I hope this video was beneficial to you. So if you have any questions, drop it down in the comments below. I'll try to answer it. So yeah, once you step into this whole video editing, video making field, you're gonna love it. Trust me, you're gonna get more creative as you go and start exploring different things, and you'll love it. Make sure to subscribe to C'est Joël. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.